All right, welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Monday, February 14th, 10:16 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. As always, wherever you might be watching this, bitcoindailyview.com got more for you there, things to check out, so check it out. Looking at the market this morning, the top 100. In general, it's a bit of an indecisive day. We are right on the edge of red and green, in my opinion, a little bit more than maybe a little bit more green than red. So anyway, top 100 seem to be neutral. Very few are really dumping, and very few are really pumping. You do have minor protocol, whatever that is, up 7.2%. It's nice to see Solana up 4%, Terra up 4.5%, and it's nice to see a green Bitcoin up 1.1% and Ethereum up 2.5%. So I do think that I think Cupid did bring us a Valentine's Day, a bit of a green day in the market, internet computer, ICP up 5.7%. So we got some stuff happening. It's early in the day. Pancake swap up 2.2%. In general, it's a nice day. I like what I'm seeing. Thorchain, cool project and very, very cool name, just known as Ruin. These guys, I imagine a bunch of like Nordic dudes look like Vikings, Ruin coin, Thorchain. I'm not even sure what the project is, but I like it just because of the name. And anyway, it's up 2.1%. So nice to see Ruin doing well today. So let's rock through and see what the market's doing. We're seeing, a bit of mix of green and red in the market today. And we're at 2.5 billion for Bitcoin explicit trading volume last 24 hours, 1.3 billion on Binance, and then 635 million on Coinbase. Basically, that's a pretty low energy day, but at least we're in the green for Bitcoin right now. Trading volume over here for Bitcoin at cryptometer.io is 2.9 billion. All right, we'll take it. Volume change down 19.88% on 24 hours. Market buy orders down 22%. Market sell orders up 14.94%. Interesting. All right, let's look at spot trading. We're at 11.9 billion for spot on Binance. That's pretty darn crappy, honestly, but we're on the way up looking at the 7-day graph, and we are up 25% last 24 hours. So Monday is starting with a little bit of a roar. This is actually, I think, better volume than we had yesterday. So things are looking good. We want to see at least 50 billion at least on derivatives. Better to be above 60, but we're at 42 billion right now. Not so bad for derivatives on Binance, up 24%. So in general, low volume, but it's moving up. And in general, we have a bit of an indecisive market. I would say, thankfully, Bitcoin's in the green, and so is Ethereum. That's probably going to lead the rest of the market. Most also starting to respond favorably to that. Before we deep dive the rest of the way in, let's just check out a little bit of news because this is an incredibly volatile week so far. You may have noticed the Super Bowl. Okay, Coinbase just spent 14 million for a color changing QR code to bounce around on the screen for 30 seconds during the Super Bowl, and the website crashed. I think it's cute. Joe Pompliano put this one out. I'm not giving Coinbase a hard time. I think it was cool. There were so many crypto ads in the Super Bowl. I'll take it. I like it. And I actually did go, and I'm already a Coinbaser, so I wasn't going to get the $15. But I did sign up for the $1 million in Bitcoin giveaway. And right after I hit sure, I'll do it, click, the site dumped. Then I got an email saying I was signed up, and I went back and checked, and it was good. But I am really happy to see Coinbase dumped by a QR code, because that means massive adoption. It goes to show people will put down those Doritos, the nachos, and the Coors beer, grab their cell phone, and get that $15 worth of sweet Bitcoin. I think that's really damn cool, to the extent that it actually dumped Coinbase. I'll take it. Cash App also did a ad, or at least they did a tweet, I do believe, and it was like, wow, that was fast. That's 35 yards from et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, Cash App was definitely during the game. I'm sorry if I was not watching it. I was doing some other stuff, but I'm not sure if Cash App had an ad on the Super Bowl, or if they were just tweeting on the Super Bowl. But anyway, Cash App definitely was getting crazy with tons of retweets and quote retweets and likes. Cash App was they were rocking the Twitter during the game, talking about giving away free stuff. I know I retweeted with my Cash App ID because I'll take it. Also, just watched the FTX commercial, FTX Exchange, rocking. I like it. An exchange, cool. So Coinbase and FTX showing up for the Super Bowl. That was the Crypto Bowl. I'm really glad to see it. I think that's really, really cool. Not going to be negative about it, even though some people might like to be. Besides the Illuminati, what do you call it? Mid-game thing, that whatever they call that thing in the middle of the game, the intermission, whatever, that was a little creepy, but they always are, aren't they? Now the globalists' plans for the coming years. So anyway, that will be analyzed to a great extent, I'm sure, today and the rest of the week. The Super Bowl, what's that, halftime show? Yeah. Anyway, crypto market braces for volatile week ahead of Fed's emergency meeting. Look, we all know. And I looked at this article, and some say this is just a normal meeting. Some say it's an emergency. Is it going to be hawkish, whatever? I don't know. But what I can say is, looking at the crypto market, it really, really wants to be bullish today. But I do think that, just like the rest of the market, it's sort of like waiting to see what happens, because right now in today's economy, what these guys decide really is going to make a big difference for the market. And I think a lot of people are hedging their bets and just waiting to see what these beautiful globalists come up with. Anyway, with that said, TD Bank freezes bank accounts connected to Freedom Convoy protest over there in Canada. Well, there you go. Another reason that fiat and centralized banks are not your friend. Good move, globalists. Anyway, with that said, global markets slide on mounting Ukraine tensions. Look, we all know that's going on. I personally don't think there's going to be a conflict, and I was reading through this, and gosh, it gets into, if you want, this is a good ad. I will, a good ad, a good thing over at Bitcoin Daily View Trading Chat. You can find a link to that over at bitcoindailyview.com. I'll put a link to this article. It breaks down, I won't bother here, it's out of scope, but it really breaks down exactly what is affected and how. Good article, a bit long, but really it is actually worth your time if you so desire to check it out. Especially if you have a text-to-speech program and you can just cut and paste it in there. Anyway, controversy erupts after ambassador says Ukraine flexible on joining NATO. This came from the Bitcoin Daily View Trading Chat. And I really think that the Ukraine might be playing both sides of the fence here. Here's the deal. As I've spoken of it before, I don't think that really, I think the whole thing comes down to well, you know what? It's out of scope. Just basically, I have my thoughts on this. Doesn't really matter. I just don't think that Mr. Putin over there in Russia can really let Ukraine become part of NATO, because he cannot deal with missiles on his border any more than we could during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Like Putin or not, that's the reality of it. And I think it all comes down to something that simple. Anyway, it's definitely causing market tension because, well, war might be good for business, but it may not be good for your trades in the market right now, Anyway, Trudeau to unleash never before used Emergency Powers Act to counter protests as U.S.-Canada bridge reopens. This would not be popular. I don't think this guy could be more unpopular right now. It wouldn't be a good move. We'll see what they do. Right now, I think the globalists are kind of running scared right now. Let's see how it turns out. Many have said very, very negatively that they think that the whole convoy thing is a big, what they call it, false banner or whatever it is, that's engineered by the globalists, et cetera, just to get what they want. You know what it could have been, but when you see the energy going on and basically the world eruption happening right now, even if the globalists plan this and the negative people living in their mom's basement want to say it's just a false flag or a false banner, whatever, low testosterone males, if that's your take on things, that's fine. But I think that even if it was planned, it's out of hand right now. And this might be an extreme act of desperation by the globalists. All right, guys, back to the market. Look at that. Basically, right now, this is a 10-second chart here. Candles. As you can see earlier this morning, the bears pushed it down. Right now, the bulls are pulling it up. We're seeing a battle here, but I'm not really seeing. Well, I saw a $4.2 million buy just now. Didn't I? Look at that. Whoa, $4.2 million buy. Wow. Anyway, bulls and bears are duking it out. I'm seeing some nice turbulence here with longs versus shorts. It really looks like it's an intense battle right now. They want to see what's going to happen this week. Anyway, but I'm like I say, this is more of an intuitive read. I could look at this all the time. I will put it in the live chat here. I'll put it there. Boom, live chat comment. Okay, and I will put it over here in our Bitcoin Daily View Telegram chat. I'm feeling some good energy here. Bulls and bears definitely added a little bit. There's $1 million sell right there. There you go. They're battling. Look at those longs that got wrecked right there during that dump. Look at the shorts that got wrecked here during that pump. Definitely, as usual, the big bears and the big bulls are at it today. Not seeing the I usually see a harder push than this on a Monday to decide the market's direction. I think they're a little bit hesitant because of the Fed. With that said, and that I'll say right now, I look at this all the time. I have an extra monitor and I have it up over there. It's an intuitive feel. If you watch this on a separate monitor, you will get a feel for the environment, a feel for the market. It's worth just watching over to the side. I'm telling you, you can read it like a palmist reads palms, or an astrologer reads stars, whatever. Anyway, so blockchain whispers over here. Let's look at longs versus shorts sentiment. Long sentiment on Binance, where that sweet ass volume is 56% long, 43% short. Definitely a long sentiment for the traders on Binance. For Ethereum on Binance, 58% long, 41% short. So even with the uncertainty in the market today, right now we have a long bias, which we have not always had every day. So I'll take it. Oh, interesting. Oh, I like it. Anyway, sorry guys. I saw something weird and I had to staring at it. Okay, with the market uncertainty today, the market is open today. Thank heavens. The scourge of the weekend is over. We can all get back to trading traditional stocks also, not just Forex, not just crypto. Looking at S&P 500 here on the daily, we have an indecisive doji. It is under the 200 moving average on the daily, so we have a weak S&P 500 this morning, in my opinion. But it's still indecisive doji. It could close green or red. Either way, it could even close above the 200 moving average. Let's see what happens. We'll probably see a move up or down after the Fed figures out what it's going to do. Like once we know what comes of that meeting. Look at the Russell 2000 index right here in the middle. It's a green candle today. So far, it's very indecisive, though, kind of an indecisive green doji. That is, well, let's leave it at that. It is above the 20 WMA. I like seeing that, but it is below the 50 moving average also. So, it's just not a very powerful Russell 2000 index right now, but it's making a recovery lately. Let's see if it can continue. Dollar strength index, nice green candle today above all the important moving averages. I like seeing that. Let's look at the Dow real quick on the way out. Dow riding that 200 moving average on the daily chart. A red doji, well, really a red candle so far today. I call it that. So basically, the markets are just waiting to see what the Fed does, if you ask me. All right, with that said, looking at gold on the daily, finally breaking out of that downtrend. Had a green candle yesterday green candle on the 11th. We have a green candle now on the 14th. So I like that. It's beautiful. Gold continues to push. Like they say, when traders are scared, they go to gold. Terrified, they go to cash. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, this is interesting. Are traders going to gold are they hedging into gold? Definitely. PAX G or gold-based stablecoin is sometimes a good thing to trade against Bitcoin if you feel the market's going to dump or go down. Anyway, we'll take a closer look at that in just a second. Looking at silver, it's working on getting a breakthrough from its recent downtrend. Anyway, gold and silver, perky on Monday today. All right, this is the PAX G versus BTC. A beautiful trade. I like it. You can make it a lot of places, I think. You can make it on Binance, KuCoin, and Kraken. Not bad. So if you think Bitcoin is going to dump, you go into PAX G. Way to make some stats. Anyway, this morning, it's not making any money, that's for sure. But I like taking a look at it just to see what kind of direction it's going. So anyway, PAX G versus Bitcoin on the daily chart. Red candle today, even with gold a little perky. All right, looking at Bitcoin on the daily. Let's actually look at Bitcoin first on the 15-minute chart. As you can see here, we have broken above the 200 and the 314 moving average rather quickly, but within 2 candles. I like seeing that, and that gets you a blue diamond merit badge straight from blockchain education. That's part of their trading methodology. Now we are above the 200 moving average and the 314. We're not at the top of the RSI cave. We got more that we can push. Directional index is in the green. ADX is at 25.4. Squeeze indicators in the green. Binary candles are in the greens. KRI is in the green. Stochastic RSI has room to move up. Lazy bear oscillator does show a slight bit of trepidation, but that's fine. It's not totally up there in the oversold zone. So Bitcoin, you know what it's doing? It's a positive day for Bitcoin. And from what I'm seeing right now, it wants to rock. It just needs to figure out what the Fed's going to do first, if you ask me. All right, I'm going to pull some more time into this chart here. As you can see, for a while, we were ranging right here. The bulls I'm sorry, yeah, the bears were selling here and the bulls were buying here. So beautiful long short territory, whether you're using zero leverage, just selling in and out, or maybe doing, against Tether or USDC, or whether you're packaging, whatever you're doing. This is a beautiful range for trading. And I must admit, I got slightly burned right here because I thought, yeah, man, we're on the way up. I'm going to trade to the top of this range. It didn't work out for me, as you may have noticed. We don't always get it right, Anyway, so we are hanging out here. If you do look, let me see this here. We are hanging out. Crud, sorry about that. Boom. I want this. We are hanging out really in an area. This is interesting. I mean, if you take a look at this here, it's kind of interesting, huh? So, it's almost like we've started a new range, like right down here is where we are ranging. So you could kind of, if you wanted to have some fun, I'm going to just for a moment. Let's just check this out. Is Bitcoin has everything changed here? Are we sort of doing a range like this now? We kind of are. Once again, you got people buying this bottom and they're selling this top, So right now we're at the top, in my opinion. Here's the thing. It's a 45-minute chart. Very, very, very powerful time frame for Bitcoin, in my opinion. And right now we are coming up to and bouncing off, wicking that bottom of that 314 moving average. That's definitely going to be some resistance. But if we can get through it, it would not be uncommon to break through both and just keep on going. Or definitely a play you can see is where we bounce between for a while and then take off. Definitely looking at this chart in the 15-minute time frame. I know 15 minutes is very, very immediate price action, but still, sorry guys, bonk. You can pull this in here and you can see this kind of new range that we're working. 15-minute range. It's beautiful right now. Sell, then buy. Sell, then buy. We'll see how long this lasts. I would say good chance of getting back up in this upper range that we were in, or let's just see where we go, depending on the Fed news, because we have broken between the 200, above the 200 and the 314 moving average, gotten a blue diamond merit badge. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing. We're in the middle of the RSI cave. The indicators in general here on the 15-minute chart show plenty of upwards mobility. If we move to the 45-minute chart, it's a pretty strong chart. So we definitely could, I think we could be, especially looking at the 45-minute chart, we could definitely move right back up into this upper range that we were working. No problem at all. That could be no problem today at all. So anyway, indicators point go. It's a strong looking Bitcoin to me. It's definitely a recovering Bitcoin. It's all about what the Fed is going to do. So hedge your bets accordingly. Okay, Ethereum versus USDT. It's below 200 and the 314 moving average from the 45-minute chart. It's trying to push. Let's see how it looks in the 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart. A 50-minute chart looks just like Bitcoin. So definitely, if Bitcoin moves, Ethereum's going to move too. XRP is an interesting one this morning. XRP versus USDT here on the 45-minute chart. Looking at this fib retracement that I did, starting kind of way back here on February 3rd. It pumped, it gave half of it back, bounced off that 50 moving average. Now it's riding that 318 moving average, which right underneath that is the 314 moving, the 382 fib. Now it's also riding that 314 moving average. Definite spot that it could bounce. If Bitcoin moves, it probably will too. I'm indecisive about this chart right now, but it's in the right spot to continue moving upwards. Strong XRP this week. SHIB kind of doing the same thing. Doing a fib retracement. Where did I start that? Yeah, way back here. I'm going to do it from here. What makes more sense? Here or here? You know what? I'm going to go here. Could go here from where it really started moving. So boom. There we go. I'm just going to go. Yeah. Sorry. Don't mean to move slow. Which one fits better? Which one fits better? I'm going to go with this. Right there where we had that candle that kind of broke the right here where we broke that 200 moving average powerfully. There's my uptrend. I'm going to call that it. And it looks like we're riding that 382 fib line. I'm not a big fan of that. So SHIB is looking great. Went up, gave half back, as you can see right here. It bounced off the 314 moving average. It's back above the 382. Looking kind of good. It's challenging that 200 moving average. Let's see if we can get a 200 moving average break here on the 45-minute chart today. Shiba Inu versus USDT could definitely be back in the running on the way up. All depends on how the market does. Looking at the 15-minute chart, where are we at? Yeah, 15-minute chart. I like what I'm seeing here. 15-minute chart. It came down, bounced off the 200 moving average, and bounce right back off it. So anyway, it's looking good in the 15-minute chart. Right now, really, we're seeing a market that is just waiting, in my opinion, quite honestly, to see what the Fed does. Solana, I like seeing Solana perking up a couple percent today. That's nice. It's pushing, but it's still well below the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart. But its indicators are beginning to look strong. I like seeing that. How is it on the 15-minute chart? 15-minute chart, yep. Powerful break above the 200 and 314 moving average. Got a blue diamond Barrett badge holding above that 314 moving average. Strong indicators, definitely. I do think that Solana versus USDT could be a play this week. Let's see how the market does. SLP versus USDT. This is a great one. I like this. We have this beautiful uptrend, gave a lot back. It's going sideways. Now it's following the 200 moving average. You see the little pink squares. That means that it's crossing above the 200 moving average on that candle above. Indicators are looking strong enough. The trick really is with this one here. This is like, I like this. If we do a fib sequence right there, if you look, this is where so many are, aren't they? Really, they had that run up. They gave a lot back, bounced off the 5 fib level and that 5 fib level. Now they're hanging out at the 382, and this one here is hanging right there above, just riding that 200 moving average. And it's right here, kind of just below the middle of that RSI cave. This is one to watch. SLP versus USDT. If a Bitcoin starts moving, this guy could get back into Lambo mode. As always, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, it is an absolute statement of a belief. You're putting your money where your mouth is. Putting foot to your prayers. Every Bitcoin Satoshi you own is an absolute confidence statement in the belief in a science fiction, beautiful future for humanity. I'm glad you're part of the peaceful revolution, and I will talk to you tomorrow.